out to the latest plans to expand the George R. Brown Convention Center to make it even bigger.
Yes, but tonight, nearby residents in the East End are saying, hold on, not so fast. They worry expansion plans will cut off one of the main roads into downtown Houston. Anieli Ruiz joins us from Polk Street and Avenida to explain what's going on here. Anieli.
Well, guys, one of the biggest concerns for residents is they're in the public comment phase of this project, but they say they haven't seen the renderings for this project. And again, I want to show you guys today, we actually saw crews already starting on some of the work out here. Residents in the East End tell us they're frustrated.
I felt totally blindsided.
About this, a recent sign they noticed in early February that would abandon Polk Street.
That street belongs to the city and it belongs to the residents of the city. It's a big deal for the city to give up land and give it to a private corporation.
Residents tell us Polk Street is the only unobstructed road from their neighborhood that runs in and out of downtown. All the other roads have railroad crossings, stadiums, and other obstructions.
It's the only continuous street.
And the city would give up Polk Street to Houston First Corporation. They're in charge of promoting Houston for tourism and conventions. And their plan is to expand the George R. Brown Convention Center. But according to residents, the GRB expansion would take over Polk Street and Clay Street, like you see here. At least that's their understanding right now. One of the things that you mentioned was frustrating for you guys is the fact that y'all haven't had a chance to actually look at the renderings that they have planned for this expansion.
And they told us that they would not share that to the public until after the public comment period was over, which to me as a resident doesn't make sense that they can make this decision without informing people of what that decision means and what that looks like.
In a statement, Houston First said, while we recognize Polk Street has served as a connector between downtown and Edo, we're confident the long-term transformation of the convention center and broader district will positively impact and restitch the downtown and East End neighborhoods. We'll work with our neighbors to address challenges and any negative near-term effects, something residents don't agree with. They feel like they're not being considered.
Disappointed that Houston First is putting the East End last.
Councilmember Joaquin Martinez, who represents the area, said he believes the community engagement should always have been at the center of any major decision that impacts Houstonians and their quality of life. He remains committed to working with all stakeholders, including TxDOT and Houston First, to ensure community input helps inform and influence their project. What's your biggest worry if they close this road down?
We already lack mobility in the East End. Many of our streets are already just blocked from the George R. Brown Convention Center.
Now, when I asked Houston First about their renderings, they said they're not ready to release them until March 6th. And again, residents fear that might be after the comment period, the public comment period for them. But they hope to be able to reach some kind of agreement similar to what you see here. They hope that they can build something like this, what we see on Alabama Street in the Galleria area, or also what you might see at the Chicago Convention Center. Reporting live, Anieli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.